What's good, everyone? Weeby is back with another video. In this video, I'll be doing another top 10. You see the, or maybe you don't, because he's slow as shit. But you see the Pokemon behind me. This could mean a few things. Either I'm doing a top 10 water, top 10 ice, top 10 stupid looking Pokemon, or top 10 fossils. I'm doing the latter if you hadn't caught on to the spike in energy. So this is going to be a top 10 fossil Pokemon lines. I will be going over. Okay, this is the top 10 Pokemon fossil Pokemon lines in Galar, because I believe they leave out a couple fossils from the DLC, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain they leave out some. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video with number 1. Alright, sitting at number 1, I actually added all 4 of these to the same family because you need different... You need the same fossil for roughly each of them. Whether it be the Dino fossil, the Dragon fossil... Well, actually, I think it's called Drake. Drake fossil, fish, what have you. I don't even remember what the 4th one is. But there are 4 different fossils that you basically combine and make these abominations. These things are abominable, and I hate looking at them. But they're number 10 for a couple of reasons. One, they actually go against the whole algorithm of the fossil Pokemon. Typically, the fossil Pokemon are like Aerodactyl here, where it's a rock type. These guys are not. Arctovish, for example, is a water ice. Then we have Dracovish, which is a water dragon. We have Arctozolt, which is a electric ice. And then we have Dracozolt, which is a electric dragon. All in all, their movesets are actually pretty dope. Yeah, I expected that. Arctovish is slow as shit. All in all, their movesets are pretty good. They actually don't have bad stats. Let me put that out there. I don't like their looks, and that is the biggest issue I have with them. Also, they go against literally the entire rhythmic of the fossil Pokemon. Typically, fossil Pokemon are rock type, as well as typically they only add 2 or 3 of the fossil Pokemon. This one they added 4, and each fossil only requires 1 fossil to revive it. Or in Aerodactyl's case, Old Amber, but you know what I'm talking about. So it basically takes the whole fossil thing and flips it over on its head, which I don't like. They tried something new and it didn't work. The Pokemon looks stupid, and it just doesn't work. Get your life together, Pokemon Company. But now we're gonna move on to number 2. Alright, sitting at number 9, we've got our Chaops. Our Chaops, I actually don't really like the design of it. the typing's not bad per se, but unfortunately for our Chaops, they already did the typing for this one, which I think is stupid. It's a flying rock type, which was already done by Aerodactyl, and I like Aerodactyl's look a lot more, and the moveset. So, unfortunately for our Chaops, because it looks so stupid, it kind of just gets pushed to the back burner, because we have Aerodactyl. While Aerodactyl is a non-evolving Pokemon, I like Aerodactyl's moveset a lot more. And the design of it. But other than that, our Chaops isn't a terrible Pokemon. Just not my first choice of fossil Pokemon. Yeah, that's about it for our Chaops. Alright, moving on to number 8. And sitting in the number 8 spot, we have Keracosta. So Keracosta suffers from the same thing as our Chaops, which makes sense. They're from the same gen, so it really makes sense that they'd suffer from the same shit. So I don't... Its design, don't get me wrong, is actually really good. It looks like a really good sea turtle. Unfortunately, though, the typage was already done by 2 previous fossil Pokemon. Two of the original fossil Pokemon, Amistar and Kabutos. Rock Water has already been done. This is the 3rd time they've done it. And unfortunately, I like the design of Amistar and Kabutos a lot more than I like Keracosta's. Maybe it could be that I'm just a little biased when it comes to those, when it comes to the OGs. But that being said, Keracosta is not bad. In fact, in my Sun and Moon playthrough, I'm currently in my main playthrough, I'm currently working on getting a Keracosta. So that being said, it is a decent one. I'm not opposed to using Keracosta or any of the newer Pokemon. As you saw, Arctovish was level 100. And no, I didn't get it through a trade that way. I got it that way. But all in all, Keracosta and his other counterpart that is from the same gen aren't bad. I just like the previous ones that they did of those types better. So, moving on to number 7. And in the spot of number 7, we've actually got Amistar. I know how much I've harped on the fact that I love the original ones, but unfortunately, the top 6 spots, I'm not giving to a duplicate typage. I'm just not. I hate to burst everyone's bubble, but I'm not that low, I guess I should say. But so Amistar, I actually do like its design, despite the fact that a lot of people think it looks stupid. But I like it. Probably only because I grew up with it. So I'm probably a little bit biased when it comes to that. But that being said, I just like Kabutos' design more. In fact, I like the design of the next 6 more than I like Amistar's, which is one of the reasons he didn't make it to a higher rank on this. But all in all, he's got a decent moveset, decent looks. But realistically, if I weren't trying to if I weren't trying to go after trying to get all of the Pokédex, every single one of my playthroughs of Gen 1 games would be Kabuto all the way, Dome Fossil all the way. That's just how it is. But Amistar's not bad. Just a little overrated, if you ask me. But yeah, we're gonna move on to number 6. And sitting in number 6, I've talked a lot about some of the previous fossil Pokemon, but I really haven't touched base on 2 gens yet. I haven't talked about 2 of the gens that have introduced fossil Pokemon, but for number 6, it's going to be a new gen, and we're talking about Aurora. Auroras? Yeah, Auroras. So, with Auroras, I actually do like its typing. Ice Rock is kind of an interesting typage, to be sure. But not only that, its ability, known as Refrigerate, turns normal moves into ice moves and boosts their power a little bit, which is really nice. Especially if you're up against like a rock type like this one, you want to use your normal move. Obviously, all of these turn into like with this, because I have Hyper Beam, all but Ancient Power are ice moves now. It's also got a nice moveset, some nice stats, and I really like the design of it. It looks really good. All in all, a really good, solid Pokemon. All around. Like, when Aurora's first came out, I kind of just scoffed at it because it came out in a set that I wasn't too sure about. Well, it came out in a gen that I wasn't too sure about because I feel like Pokemon originally peaked like gens 1 through 4 were the best. And everything after that was just kind of shit. But I was mildly impressed with how some of the Pokemon turned out. But yeah, we're going to move on to number 5. Alright, sitting at number 5, we've got the second Pokemon that showed up in the same gen as Auroras. We've got Tyrantum. So Tyrantum has always intrigued me. I really do like the design of Tyrantum. The design is amazing. The moveset is fantastic. And it's a fossil Pokemon that is a dragon. And dragon is like my favorite type in all of Pokemon. Can't go wrong with dragon. Except for Goodra. Fuck you, Goodra. Other than that, fantastic type. The biggest issue I have with some of them is they end up looking stupid or having shitty movesets. But that being said, Tyrantum doesn't follow that. I think it's a fantastic Pokemon. It's got strong jaw. And then, though strong jaw kind of is useless again with my Tyrantum right now, I really need to get this looked at. Yeah, right now it's already got an awesome moveset: Ancient Power, Thrash, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. Almost nothing can go wrong with this Tyrantum. That being said, these other ones either have a better moveset or better look about them. But all in all, I actually have no real issues with Tyrantum, as well as the next 4 on this list. Like, these next 4 are fantastic. Also, he's very defensive. You saw how much damage that thing did. It was a super effective move. Super effective move. And it did almost nothing compared to what I'm doing with my super effective move. So, great power. Great defense. That being said, we're going to move on to number 4. Alright, sitting at number 4, we're going to talk about the only other gen we haven't talked about yet, Gen 3. So Gen 3 also had some amazing fossil-type Pokemon. That's why the only 2 that are introduced in Gen 3 make it onto the top 5 list. This one is Cradley, the rock grass type. So normally I'm not a terribly huge fan of grass type Pokemon. I'll typically, when starting a game, I'll typically go for the fire starter or what have you. My favorite gym leaders are typically fire type gym leaders, or dragon in the case of Raihan. Actually, I don't like Raihan all that much because he's not a dragon trainer. He's just a dick. That being said, Cradley actually is pretty amazing. So, its ability is called Suction Cups. So it negates anything that forces it to switch out, essentially. And then it learns a water move, which I didn't even know that until I was making this. And I looked at mine. Yeah, it learns a fucking water move, bro. Not like it really needs it, because it's got ancient power for fire type, but you know, whatever. But all in all, I like the design of Cradley. Possibly me being a little biased again, because Cradley is... I consider Cradley and Armaldo, Amistar, Kabutos, Aerodactyl, all 5 of them to be Essentially OG fossil Pokemon. But unfortunately for Cradley, I like Armaldo's look more, as well as Kabutops and Aerodactyls, and I like their movesets more. So he sits at number 4, while they sit a little higher. But moving on to number 3. Alright, sitting at number 3, not gonna lie, we have Armaldo. For the most part, you can almost guarantee that if a Pokemon's in the same gen, they're probably going to be right next to each other. But, that being said, Armaldo, I like his look a lot more than Cradley's. I don't know why, just his look seems adorable to me. He's also got battle armor. In other words, he's not easy to get crits on. And then he's got bug, rock, water. Mine has a normal move, but I believe he also learns grass. And some other stuff. But all in all, he's a solid Pokemon. Very durable. But like most of these, I don't have too many issues with them. Unless he dies like that, but then again, I'm also like 10 levels lower. But that being said, solid Pokemon. Mine in this game is just a little low leveled, which I already knew he was going to die if I threw him into a fight. I don't know why I went after something. But that being said, still a solid Pokemon, as long as you're in the right place to level him up. That being said, we're going to move on to number 2. Alright, sitting at number 2, if you've been tracking this whole time, you already know, you probably know which one this is. There's only 2 left, okay? There are 2 more fossil Pokemon left in all of Galar. And this one is Kabutops. Kabutops is by far my favorite rock-water combination. Unfortunately, he's a little lacking in the level department. But that's because I got him from, I think, Pokemon Go? No, Pokemon Home. Pokemon Home is where I got him. But he learns bug moves, rock moves, normal, water, and I believe grass as well. So he learns a pretty extensive set of moves, just like Armaldo. And then I believe all these fossil Pokemon can also learn ground moves. So don't think Tyrantum's the only one that can learn Earthquake or any sort of ground move. But that being said, I like Kabutops' design a lot. Not so much so his pre-evolution Kabuto, because it's kind of just small and stupid looking. But Kabutops I like a lot. That being said, we're going to move on to number 1. Alright, if you've been tracking this whole time, you should know that there's only one more evolution line for fossil Pokemon, according to my definition. Because realistically, there are 13 evolution lines, but I combined 4 of them into one because they're the same evolution line. Because I said so. So if you're tracking, there's only one more left because, as I suspected, they left out Rampardos and Bastiodon. They left out the Gen 4, which is a shame because I also really like them. If they included them, I probably would have Rampardos instead of the Gen 8 ones on here. In fact, I probably would have Rampardos and Bastiodon instead of the Gen 8 and our Chaops. Thinking about it. But, so, it's Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is by far my favorite. For a while, he was one of... For the first gen, he was the only one that a notable trainer would use in the Elite Four's Lance. Elite Four Lance is the only one who would use any fossil Pokemon, and it was Aerodactyl. So, other than being able to use Aerodactyl, you got to actually see Aerodactyl go versus you, and whatnot, and we're not going versus you. And then in Gen 2, Brock actually utilizes, I think, 2 or 3 fossil Pokemon when you go versus him. But, that being said, Aerodactyl learns dragon moves, flying moves. I like its design a lot more than I like any of the others. And obviously the whole dragon move thing is really big turn on for me. I get nerd boner every time I think about it. It's almost as cool as realizing that Lord Weebius streams on Twitch at twitch.tv/LordWeebius. Almost as cool. Not quite. That being said, Aerodactyl is by far my favorite fossil Pokemon in all time. In the anime, I got excited when Charizard was facing a Aerodactyl because in real life, Charizard would get his ass whooped fighting an Aerodactyl. One ancient power and Charizard's fucked. So, but I got excited. That episode excited me so much until Jigglypuff fucking ruined it. Dick. That Jigglypuff is a freaking monster. But that being said, this is my top 10 list for fossil Pokemon. You may be wondering why I'm coming out with so many Dino episodes with my whole Huatli deck building and now my top 10 fossil Pokemon. It's because I discovered that they discovered quite a few new dinosaur species out there. A duck-billed one, a new shark one, in all sorts of different areas of the world. And I decided I wanted to honor that by making some more dino content. But unfortunately, there aren't a whole lot of options for me to do dino content. So, here we are with a top 10 and a deck building. That being said, if you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit me up if there are any other news things that you find out that you think I can make content about. to honor it. I made a full week of like Pokemon content when Pokemon Day was coming up. Unfortunately, I didn't know Mortal Kombat was coming out with a movie until it was already too late. Otherwise, I would have made Mortal Kombat content. I'm kind of upset about it. But like I said, I'm open to all sorts of content. Other games you want me to play, just whatever. I'm probably going to, if it's not exclusive to the PS5, I'm probably going to purchase Elden Ring when it comes out. If it's exclusive to PS5, I'm going to make content late on that because I don't have a PS5 and those shits are expensive. And I'm broke. Broke is a joke. But that being said, go follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/LordWeebius. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. And I have an email address, a Twitter, and a Instagram on my profile. Go follow me on there. DM me, email me, suggestions, what have you. And I'll try my best to accommodate. But yeah, that being said, that's it for this video. So guess I'll see y'all next time.